It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go, go. Tight dog. Check. Cross.
They run it with Carson. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Run back. 49, check 49.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, Mexico. Check three. Hey, Charlie.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Luck, catch made by Slayton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, everyone. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54.
Throwing his lock. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey, exit.
6. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, here's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Locke. And Ingram hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Check 31. I got it. Mike, 56.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Locke. This is caught by Antonio Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
We won. Coming my way. Check. Undercut.
They'll run with Muhammad. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Locke. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now Rashad Penny. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Penny, a first down carry. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 52's the mic. 52's the mic. Okay, double it.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Good job right there. Choose the mic right here, over there, right? 50, choose the mic. Good touch.
On second and very short, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 12 yards there and a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Silence. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Hey, alert.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Hey, Mike 52. Game on. Hey, Mike 52.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Focus, defense, focus. Mexico. Alert 3.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Second and 9 now from the 21.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Deuce. 12.
Again, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Switch. 12. 11 B. He's coming.
Now it's Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Hey, Irvin.
From the 39, Luck. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They go read option with Wilson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 9.
Check 55 to Mike. Stay with your man. Show him.
On third down, Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Luck on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On second down now, Barkley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on third down, Luck. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
56, Mike, 56.
On first down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Hey, watch it.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 56. Hey, me and you on game. On game. I'm coming after you. Flare. Alert. Flare.
On first down, it's Carson. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Mike 56, Mike 56. So we got man.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Lorenzo Carter. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Wild Bill. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. And this is caught at the 20. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Here's Locke. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Monday. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Two jet bombers. You got tape.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
No. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll go to Barkley again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll lead here to a third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Here we go again.
Luck. Flushed, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
All day, baby. All day, baby.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pretty quiet, Demon, pretty quiet. Check.
Dances by him. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
At the 37-yard line.
And right now, it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And right now, it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. This would put them in the NFC title game. This one, that is no good. Well outside the left upright. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
380. 6 right there, 56. Watch the run.
On first down, it's Carson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.